This vicious cycle of reaction, pain, reaction, pain, reaction, pain. And again, we've been treating the symptoms, but not really finding a way to stop the cycle until today. Well, y'all, it is just past 2 a.m. and I'm ready to give y'all a quick update on the PCA. Tuesday. I've taken a few days to just focus on myself and healing and recuperating, and now I'm ready to pick the camera back up, update y'all a bit because a lot has changed. So originally we were supposed to close on our house on Monday, and I prayed hard to get out of here by then, but it was pretty obvious I wasn't going to be stable enough for discharge. But then between the loan officer, the agent, all the people involved, there was a miscommunication and we were not able to close until Wednesday, which is tomorrow. That news originally put me into like a state of panic because so many other things had to be rearranged, like the movers, the appliances, we have some furniture coming, who's going to be at the new house, who's going to be at the townhouse. Like, I wanted to be out. Like, I don't know if I'm going to get out. But it's okay because everything worked out and we were able to work through the chaos, and now we are closing tomorrow afternoon. And unfortunately my doctors told me, like, you're not going home for that, which is really discouraging. But at the very least, we're going to be using a mobile closer, which means that they're going to come here to the hospital in the afternoon so I can sign the papers and we can officially close on our house, even though I'm still inpatient. As far as things are going health-wise, I am stuck. It's the best way to describe it. Just stuck in a vicious cycle with my mast cell disease. So I came in originally under the impression that suddenly starting my period for the first time in 3 years is what triggered the flare-up. We've kind of come to the conclusion that now I'm not severely underweight or malnourished and I'm doing better health-wise. My body was like, okay, you can have a period now. And I'm going to follow up with my gynecologist to discuss that further because, like, good, I'm healthy enough for a period, but bad because it still exacerbates my symptoms. It makes me flare. So when I'm outpatient, I'll follow up with my gynecologist about that. But anyways, what we actually discovered to be the real culprit of this flare-up was a small infection on the back of my left leg. We were running IV daptomycin, an antibiotic, to try and take care of it, but just because my really poor immune system couldn't do it, my surgeon removed it surgically, and now we're still running the IV daptomycin because the results came back as MRSA, which is a very hard to treat and hard to fight infection, especially for someone like me who's immunocompromised. Same infection I dealt with like all of last year and spent nearly like 100 days inpatient, not like consecutive. I think the longest one was like 5 weeks at a time, but still, it was, MRSA has given me a lot of issues. So when I have an infection like that, it causes my mast cell disease to really flare up. And we're doing everything right to treat the MRSA, but for the mast cell disease, we've kind of just been managing the symptoms with like Benadryl and pain medicine and nausea medicine and whatever else. And I'm in this really vicious cycle of having a mast cell reaction that then results in pain because I will get the angioedema, like the swelling in my abdomen that really hurts. And then I'll also get the really deep bone pain that's very significant to my mast cell flares. It's extremely painful. And if I get into too much pain, if my body experiences too much pain, I will have a mast cell reaction. So it's this vicious cycle of reaction, pain, reaction, pain, reaction, pain. And again, we've been treating the symptoms, but not really finding a way to stop the cycle until today. So right now I am running my nightly dose of the IV daptomycin, which is also why I'm feeling quite nauseous now. Oh, it's almost done. Okay, and then next to it is the new treatment we are going to begin to hopefully get me out of this cycle and out of the hospital into our new home. That is a PCA. A PCA is a patient-controlled analgesia. It's just a pain pump that I have more control over, so I can administer it when needed, and I don't have to worry about the nurses being late with my doses, and this gives a more like even distribution of pain medicine as opposed to receiving a certain amount every certain amount of hours. That's obviously finished, the antibiotic. I've been on pain pumps before. The last time was for my open abdominal surgery for my J-tube placement, and the past few days I've really been speaking with my team saying, listen, we're just controlling my symptoms. I don't feel like I'm progressing. There's so much going on outside of the hospital and life I really want to be involved in. We need to do something different. And we were discussing a few options on what to do. And between two of my doctors, they decided the pain pump would be best because hopefully that'll break the cycle of reaction pain. And hopefully I will be set up to go home soon. Not going home on the pump. No, the pump is only for inpatient use. But we're hoping that'll give me the pain relief and just what my body needs to kind of cool it and stop this vicious cycle. I am not hooked up to the PCA. I haven't used it. This is the first day I'm going to use it for this admission. I needed to do the IV Dapto first, and then right now it's shift change, meaning the day nurses are giving a report to the night nurses and they're all getting situated. So when that's finished, they're going to come in and hook me up, and I really hope that this is going to be the solution to our problem, because closing on our house from the hospital, not what I imagined. And I am ready to try something new to hopefully get results and get out of here. Because what's the saying? What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, hoping for different results. Like, that's what I felt we were doing. Just controlling symptoms, hoping to come out of the flare, which sometimes it just takes time, but I've been here over 2 weeks now, so I'm glad that they've made the decision to try something new with the PCA, and we'll see how it goes. And this little pooch has been giving me lovey-dovey eyes and deep pressure therapy and just wonderful company, so thank you, Hippo. My nurse is going to be here momentarily. I'm just really hurting. It's hard because you cannot see the pain. Well, you can see it because my heart rate is very elevated. My blood pressure is pretty high when my pain's not controlled well. You can't see it, but it's there. And yes, I deal with chronic pain all the time, but it doesn't mean it gets easier. It's just, I learn to function with it better, but you know, when I get into a flare and it's worse than usual, it's just extremely difficult. It's been a really tough hospital stay. Hippo, what did you just tell her?
I told her we're getting our house tomorrow, and tonight is her last night in our townhouse.
And then we realized my last night in the townhouse was like
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Because by the time I'm out of here, I'm going straight to our new place.
Yeah.
Wow. Give me your eater tail. What's that? Oh my gosh. What is it?
I was packing up, and today Hippo was very concerned she'd get left behind.
Oh, you sent me the most adorable photos of her.
She got even more concerned when her toys got packed up. She was like, what? Looked at me like, what do you think you're doing? Those are my toys.
Judd sent me the most adorable photos of her helping, like, Harlow's been a little helper to pack. So what's the game plan for tomorrow, babe?
A lot of moving pieces, I'll tell you that much. Got first walkthrough tomorrow's at 10, closings at 2 to 5.
It's gonna take 3 hours?
It's 2 to 4, that's what they told me. It's gonna take like 2 hours.
They're coming here to close because
Vault
obviously
closing.
I'm not going to be discharged by
So
then.
the second they finish closing, Jack's godfather is going to be at our house.
Because the movers
Townhouse
are
are going to be there
coming.
moving all of our crap and hippo stuff. And
We're supposed to have, the appliances are coming between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m., but the agent said nothing can go in the house until we close. So what if they come before we close? And what if the movers come before we close and we're all just
put it out in the driveway.
kind of, I mean, I guess we would reschedule. I don't know. We're just kind of stressed, but just praying, you know, it'll all work out. Judd has taken on so much responsibility. And originally I asked, like, should we wait till I'm discharged to do the house? And he was like, no, I want to get it done. And then today we were both kind of like, wow, this has been so stressful. Maybe we should have waited till I was out of the hospital.
No, we're doing this. My mom put it to me this way: what's the worst that can go wrong? And when I couldn't think of anything, she's like, well, there you go. Don't
That's
gotta worry about
true.
much then. I don't know. It's just a whole lot of moving pieces tomorrow for 2 people and a dog.
And we have support, like friends and family, and we've hired movers. And like our appliances are being delivered and installed by Lowe's. But it's just, it's a lot. And me, being the control freak I am, I'm not going to be able to be there, which, you know, some people have pointed out to me, maybe this is a blessing. Like, you're forced
You
to
just
be
disconnected from this huge, massive stress.
I just wish I could be there for you more, babe. But I've been doing
Friday,
my best,
I'm grilling out
like,
steaks. I'm getting myself a big juicy steak.
you do
Grill
that.
it out and be nice and happy.
I've been doing my best to coordinate, like make sure we have internet, electricity, and like the water is taken care of. So
moving.
I've been able to do
All
as much
the
as I can, I guess.
Administrative tasks. But now it
Administrative.
comes down to the wire where it all has to come together all at once.
You know what? Let's hope we're both on the same page. I think we make a pretty good team, babe. We didn't do it.
Yeah, we're not on the same page, you see? It's doomed.
So,
We got a hippo. Oh, Hippo
one
hasn't
thing-
even seen the inside of the house.
she hasn't seen the inside,
Jack
and I
hasn't
was,
seen the inside of the house.
I've seen,
Since the slab's been poured.
yeah,
Since the
so
walkthrough was the last time.
I've been on a few walkthroughs, but like there was no walls up, it wasn't done. Like I haven't really seen it, and Harlow hasn't seen it at all, and it was really important to me for whatever reason. I wanted to see Harlow's like reaction and her impression of her house, but Judd said he promised he'll film it. He said he's promised he's gonna film like what he can tomorrow to kind of like continue to take us along on the journey of getting our house, because not just for y'all, but for me too, since I won't be there. So, and I just got my last push of IV pain meds, and then in a couple hours, then we're gonna start the pump. And let's pray that that is what we need to break the cycle and get me home.
I gotta go home and get some sleep because I got a big day tomorrow.
I love you too. I think we make a great team.
And just think, in like 9 months, there'll be Juniper.
Oh my gosh, babe, this is not the time to think about our next dog. We want to add another dog,
2
but
years
next
after that, it'll
year.
be Lily.
Likes 3 dogs.
Likes for Lily.
I'm not even, no, the dogs are not on the radar right now.
Except for this dog.
Yeah. You gonna enjoy our home? I think you are. I just wanted to say goodnight. I'll see you tomorrow.
Well, it's our last night, me and Hippo's last night in our townhouse. Hippo doesn't know it. She thought I was gonna leave her when I was getting packed up yesterday. You got your ice, baby.
I'm starting to really hurt again, so they were like, do you want an ice pack? I said yes, but they brought 3. We got this.
Don't worry, Hippo. Your toys are packed, and now we just gotta pack your kibbles all ready to go. You will be fed, and your bed will be there. All right, Bugaboo.
We got this.
What do you do?
I love you, babe.
I love you too.
Well, y'all, it is just past 2 a.m. and I'm ready to give y'all a quick update on the PCA. So, here it is. First thing you might ask is, what is this thing on my nose? It's not delivering anything into my airway. It's not giving me oxygen. It is just monitoring my respiration and CO2 levels, because a potential side effect of the PCA is respiratory depression. So they're being proactive about it, making sure it doesn't happen. And if it looks like it starts to happen, then they can fix it. I've got normal saline running with the pain medicine, which is right there. They're very strict about this, and it requires 2 nurses to set it up and make changes and whatever else. This is the button for the pain medication. I am the only one who can press it. No friends, family, doctor, nurse, only I can press it. When it's lit up green like that, it means I'm able to take a small amount of medication. It'll beep, and then the light will turn off because I've just given myself some. It turns on again like every 6 minutes, I think, because there's limits to it. I can't just give, you know, there's limits and precautions to keep me safe, and instead of just having like one strong dose every couple of hours, this will keep like an even level of pain medication in my system. I have more control over how much I'm getting. I don't have to press the button if I don't feel I need it, even if it's on. And I'm just thankful to be trying something different that may give us better results and help me get out of this flare, because what we've been doing just hasn't been providing enough progress. I'm off to sleep. I'm hoping that I might actually sleep well tonight, but of course I'm still being woken up every few hours. I have other medications to take, like Benadryl still, of course, and vitals and such, but really hope I get to go home soon, and maybe that'll play a factor in it. So with that, I will say goodnight, and thanks for joining us on our adventure.